the beasts under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit light into night. Grain of sand. Exit light into night. Take my hand. Rock the never, never.
feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it
Nice punt. Jesus.
noise playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace. Kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street. You're gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place. We will rock you. Sing it out. We will rock you. Buddy, you're an old man, poor man, pleading with your eyes, gonna make you zombie someday. You got mud on your face, big disgrace. Somebody better put your bag into your place. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you.
Our coaches, to say the least, are probably as fine a staff as I've ever worked with, that's no doubt. Coach House, and you guys kind of stand up here, please. Coach House, he's done a super job here. And you know, coaches are defensive people and our offensive quarterbacks, and Coach Leonard. Super job. I'll tell you a little story about Al later on. Coaches with our varsity, Coach Mathis, Coach Haig, they work with the JV program and bring and develop players that our varsity. It's pretty easy to go 12-1. They do a super job, and they do a great job. And then we have Chuck Winholt. Through a couple of years, for the last couple of years, Bennington College has come back every Friday to help us out on the football field, and that's pretty uncommon when somebody does that for us. I feel it. On the staff, we get along pretty well. We give each other a hard time all the time, and I talk to Coach Leonard about his bald spot a lot. And all these other things, but those guys just do a bang-up job of getting the kids prepared to play football. You don't realize, and I mean this, you just do not realize the number of hours besides their teaching load that they spend. And the hours that we spend after a football practice breaking down films, and on Sundays, and on Saturdays, and it goes on and on. And these gentlemen are number one.
And just quick. Other side. Is there anything on the back? Thank you. Thank you.
There's a battle brewing between Garner and Britt. When the news returns later, we'll tell you how this October classic between number 1 and 2 is making two towns tout their gridiron gladiator. If you live in North Iowa and have even a passing interest in high school football, you've probably heard about The Game. Reporter Monty Allen has a look at the hype and hoopla as number 1 Garner-Hayfield gets ready to take on number 2 Britt West Hancock.
There's something special in the air today around Britt and Garner. The whole area is abuzz about The Game.
Both good teams. That's the main thing. Hope they have a good game.
Garner's going to win. Who else?
Oh, I definitely think that Britt's going to win. I mean, I'd have...
They're talking about it in the Garner cafeteria.
He's going to win.
Think so?
Yeah.
That's an early prediction. Any prediction on the scores? And they're talking about it at the A&W in Britt. On the game tonight.
Britt's going to win.
By a lot, a little, or?
By a touchdown.
Think so?
Yep.
Now, there wouldn't be any bias in your prediction, would there?
A little bit.
Why is that?
I'm for Britt all the way, and my son's on the team.
And everyone has a prediction, or at least a small interest, in the game's outcome.
I have a grandson playing for Garner, and this will be the first year I haven't had one for Britt and for Garner. So I can sort of get back to my priorities tonight of Garner. My daughter, Britt's going to kill me, but that's all right.
Of course, not everyone is interested in the game, but time will change that for this future fan. And now the coaches have said the things they're supposed to say.
I don't make predictions. I just, we want to come out on top, but Garner's thinking the same thing, but I guess the team that plays the best is going to be the winner.
And the players have said the things they're supposed to say.
That's the key right there. It's all done up front.
And so the battle lines have been drawn. And tonight that battle will take place right here on this football field. And for one team, this week's excitement will turn to disappointment. And for the other, it will turn to even greater excitement in victory. But the best thing about it for football fans is it'll all happen again next year. Reporting from Britt, I'm Monty Allen for Eyewitness News.
Should be a great game. Still ahead in sports, the state's number 1 ranking is on the line when Garner-Hayfield and West Hancock knock heads. And the
Iowa rivalry second to none. The number 1 ranked Garner-Hayfield Cardinals and number 2 West Hancock Eagles. Let's go to the highlights. Eagles drawing first blood. Nathan Smith take the handoff and shows why he was a 100-meter state champion. Outruns the pursuit, 31 yards in the touchdown, 7-0 West Hancock, and the home fans loving it. Second quarter, Eagles add their lead quarterback Kevin Eisenman takes it in himself, 13-zip West Hancock at halftime. But Garner came out smoking in the third quarter. Chad Schaefer, 40-yard strike to Matt Townsend for the first down. A few plays later, Ryan Backey, the bread and butter man, 8 yards out, breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone to cut it to 13-6. But West Hancock was too tough tonight. Rick Sanger will break a couple of tackles and race 30 yards for the score, and second-ranked West Hancock takes the top-ranked Cardinals 29-6. Congratulations to West Hancock, the new number 1 Class 2A team in the state. There's the final 29-6. Coming of winter signifies the start of a new season for the state's prep football teams. 40 first-round playoff games being played tonight statewide. Let's begin with a battle of mighty 2A teams, number 6 Garner-Hayfield and top-ranked West Hancock. Which would survive and which would call it a year? We'll begin after a scoreless first quarter. Garner-Hayfield started to move the ball in the second. Ryan Backey, 13 yards in the first down, and Eagles coach Bob Sanger looking kind of worried, and with good reason. Backey continues to hammer away at the Hancock defense. This time he barrels ahead for an 11-yard gain. A few plays later, quarterback Chad Schaefer off the play-action pass. He finds Corey Johnson over the middle, and it's the touchdown for the Cardinals and a 6-0 lead. But eventually, the Eagles got things going. Quarterback Kevin Eisenman rolls left and fires deep downfield. Chris Coley pulls it in for a 29-yard reception down to the 1-yard line. Then on the next play, speedster Nate Smith darts in for the score, but Garner-Hayfield was too tough tonight. They upset top-ranked West Hancock. The final is 19-12, so they will advance, and it's all over for West Hancock this season. A good season, though, at that. To 13, so Garner-Hayfield next up against Denver. That will be Monday night, I believe. I don't know where yet, though. We'll find out.
Good one. You're going to need a water bottle for all those scores you just read us.
Quite a bit.
Okay. Thanks, Mary. We'll be right back.
there as an assistant coach and also in the Shrine game. So there's some things that we're doing to prepare for it that maybe they haven't experienced that, but I know I have and some of our staff.
The players know that Denver presents a big challenge, but they say they're more than ready to meet the Cyclones head-on.
If we just play like we did last Wednesday, I don't think we'll have much problems. If we can beat a team like Britt, hopefully Denver won't be much different.
We have to play like we did Wednesday night, definitely, because they are a very good team, because they are in the second round as we are. And they like to run the ball outside, which will help them when we're in the dome. They can be able to cut too. So we're just going to have to crank it up and play good Cardinal defense and football.
You can just sense that these guys are determined not to let the 91 season end.
We have to go out there, and one of our goals coming into this season is go further than we had before. And right now I think we're on course to do that.
For us seniors going there last year and losing at home in the second round to Wapsie, we're determined from right then to go farther this year. And it's on one of our goals that we have up in the locker room, and I hope we can achieve it this year.
The seniors especially want to go farther because they don't want to make this the last game. They want to go on and make the next round for sure and then win the state championship.
And if the Cardinals get a performance like they did in their victory over West Hancock last week, that goal on the locker room wall may just become reality. In Garner, I'm Todd Gerleman for Eyewitness Sports.
Game time at the Unidome on Tuesday night is at 6 o'clock, and I, for one, Dawn, am pretty glad that it's inside because it was awful cold out last Wednesday night shooting outdoors, so should be a good time up in the Dome, and hopefully the Cardinals will come out on top.
I bet. It sounds like a good game. Now, I wonder if it's going to help them or hurt them by practicing inside.
Well, I think at least it'll get them used to the inside conditions, but you never know how it is on the turf until you get your chance. So
the Cards and their followers ventured to the cozy confines of the Unidome in Cedar Falls for tonight's quarterfinal. That one just underway about 20 minutes ago. First quarter, and it is 0-0 elsewhere. Number 2, Emmetsburg, is beaten by Central Lyon 34-13. Council Bluffs St. Albert, a win over Roland Storm.
Isn't that right?
This is the big time now for the Cardinals, and like they say, still alive and kicking. Heading into tonight's Class 2A quarterfinal game, the Garner-Hayfield Cardinals were well aware that from here on in, it's all or nothing in the race for a state championship. The Cards got their first chance to play indoors at the Unidome on AstroTurf. They met Denver for the right to advance to the semifinals, and they came out firing on all cylinders. At first quarter, I think it is, getting after it, Ryan Backey, 36 yards up the middle, and a Cardinals first down. A few plays later, number 30 will finish it off. 3 yards over the left side, and it's 7-0 Garner-Hayfield. Then Darrell Schumacher's troops went to the air. Chad Schaefer drops back and fires it to Corey Johnson. And Johnson's off to the races, sheds a tackle, and goes 56 yards for the touchdown. 14-3 Cards. The fans in red loving it. Now it's Backey again, up the middle this time. It looks like he's going to take it the distance, but can't quite elude that last defender. A nice gain of 51 on the play. Then Backey pulls in from a yard out to give Garner-Hayfield a 21-9 cushion, and plenty of offense for the Cards in the Dome tonight. Schaefer looks and finds a wide-open Matt Townsend, 27 yards. Garner-Hayfield rolls in the 2A into the 2A semifinals with a 35-9 victory over Denver. So it's Emmetsburg, number 2, losing. That's good news for the Cardinals. Don't know who they'll play yet. Emmetsburg losing to Central Lyon. It's Council Bluffs 20, Roland Story 6.
Now with a look at sports.
Football has got to be the buzz around Garner.
Buzz all around North Iowa. You know, teams that win championships usually get that one bad game out of the way early in the season. And I think Garner-Hayfield did that against Britt West Hancock. And now they look like they're at the top of their game. A new state champion will be crowned in all 5 of Iowa's football classes this season following last night's completion of the quarterfinal round. The Cardinals of Garner-Hayfield moved one step closer to the 2A title with an impressive performance against Denver.
Starting on Wednesday, the They also managed to swing by and pick up the game. Garner-Hayfield against Sigourney. An excellent game, and the Garner-Hayfield Cardinals just looking very good. If there's a team on the mission in the playoffs, it has to be the Garner-Hayfield Cardinals. In the Class 2A semifinals tonight, the Cardinals had their work cut out against undefeated and third-ranked Sigourney. The Cardinals set the tone early on. Ryan Backey rips through a tackle and sprints down the sideline, a 30-yard touchdown run to give Garner-Hayfield a 6-0 lead. Then the Cards, hungry for more. Chad Schaefer hits Corey Johnson. There you go, Schaefer back there. Hits Corey Johnson. He breaks the tackle right here, cuts it back and goes the distance 39 yards, and Garner-Hayfield jumped out to a 14-zip lead. Then the defense came through, playing tough for the Cardinals. In a tight situation, Matt Townsend intercepts the pass, and the Cards are in good shape once again. They took a 14-0 advantage into the locker room at halftime. Third quarter action now. Time for the defense to shine again. Jason Gasell in hot pursuit of the Sigourney quarterback, and down he goes for a big 10-yard loss. Then the Cardinals go back to Backey. He's in from 3 yards out. There he goes as his second of the highlight of the night, 21-zip Cardinals. And then, one more time, it's Backey again over the top. This time, 182 yards and 3 scores for the game. Garner-Hayfield rolls to a 33-0 shutout.
Coach, you got goosebumps right now. You look excited.
Hey, man, I tell you what, this is a great opportunity for Garner-Hayfield and our players and our coaches and our administration and our town. We've worked real hard, and I tell you what, the kids really deserve this. And we're gonna come back on Saturday and give our best and see what happens.
Okay. We figured tonight the key would be down in the trenches who would be the most physical on our offensive and defensive lines.
Those guys looked a little bigger, but you guys felt that you probably coming in that you had a little more quickness off the ball, huh?
Yeah, we were pretty excited to play these guys because we knew they were bigger, and most of the teams we played this year are bigger than us, and we like to show them what North Iowa Conference football is all about.
There were the Garner-Hayfield Cardinals will play Saturday at 1 p.m. in the Unidome against Central Lyon. There were 5 games in the state playoff schedule for today, including the Garner-Hayfield game you just saw. Here's
close.
That's right. After that earlier loss this season to West Hancock, they have really turned it up a notch. It's been actually 7 years since the Garner-Hayfield football team played for a state championship. 7 years of waiting to avenge a 13-6 loss to Mount Vernon. Last night, the Cardinals earned a shot at the state crown by very convincingly beating Sigourney.
Those on hand to see the 2A semifinal game at the Unidome saw a show of force by the Cardinals of Garner-Hayfield. Senior fullback Ryan Backey pounded the Sigourney defense for 189 yards. He had touchdown runs of 1, 4, and 30 yards. The 30-yarder coming here in the first quarter, breaking down the sideline into the end zone to break a scoreless tie.
Yeah, we got a fine offensive line. I tell you what, they come off the ball real well. I'm extremely proud of them because they just keep getting better all the time. And I tell you what, we need one more game out of it.
For the Garner-Hayfield football team, after some 3 months of hard work, practice, and winning 11 of 12 games, the Cardinals are playing for all the marbles. Dale Schumacher's boys will be in the Unidome tomorrow afternoon for the Class 2A title game with Central Lyon. Despite the fact this is the championship game, the Cardinals head man says he expects his squad to come in loose and ready to go.
Well, Todd, we've been talking about going out there and playing relaxed and going out there and playing like we have been, and I think that's where we've approached it more. We're not really talking about, too many other things than that, because I think it's real important we go out there and play like we can and be relaxed, because if we do that, I think we're going to do real well. They're excited about playing in the championship game, and I'll be honest with you, we've worked pretty hard this week getting prepared for Central Lyon, so I think things are going pretty well.
Everybody's real fired up. We're looking forward to playing a good, hard-knocking game against Central Lyon. Championship would definitely be a great end to a terrific season.
Kickoff from the Unidome is slated for 1 o'clock. And, of course, we'll be there for all the action and post-game interviews. Should be a hard-hitting battle, and we wish the Cardinals the best.
Now to tell us why everyone in Garner and Hayfield tonight are probably very ecstatic.
You had to see the dome to believe it today, Dawn. Literally, the whole one side was full, and I know there's only about 2,500 people in Garner. Looked to me like there was a lot more than that rooting for the Cardinals. Today was the day the Garner-Hayfield football team had been dreaming about all year long. Cardinals had bounced back from a defeat at the hands of West Hancock during the regular season, and this afternoon found themselves playing Central Lyon with a Class 2A state title. Here's the story from Cedar Falls. Thousands of Garner-Hayfield football fans packed the Unidome for the 2A title game, and Cardinal backers had to like what they saw early. First quarter, no score. This fake was so good it even fooled me, folks. Ryan Backey outruns Central Lyon defenders and goes 85 yards for the score, 7-0 Garner-Hayfield. After the Lions tied it up at 7, the Cardinal offense went back to work. This time around, quarterback Chad Schaefer drops back and fires a perfect strike to tight end Matt Townsend. He pulls it in and heads to pay dirt, 45 yards for the touchdown to make it 14-7 Cards. It stayed that way until the third quarter. That's when the Cardinals' air attack got cranked up again. Schaefer quickly over the middle to Townsend, and number 88 handles things from there. The 29-yard TD gave Daryl Schumacher's troops a 21-7 cushion. And it was only fitting that Ryan Backey would ice it for the Cardinals. A great effort, changing directions for 18 of his record-breaking 269 yards. Garner-Hayfield is the new 2A state football champion with a 28-7 victory over Central Lyon.
Like I told them, I says, man, no matter what, the hard work's paid off, and Todd, I tell you what, thanks for the coverage, and we're number one, Garner-Hayfield, I tell you that. That's great.
What was the key today? You did what you always do, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Play football, hard football up front, and that's where we're going to win football games, up front.
This is our dream since the beginning of the year, to make state championship and win it.
I'm glad that we did it for all the coaches. All the players put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it paid off.
Everybody wanted to be the state championship, and after we won the semifinal game, we just knew that we could win it, and here we are, we did.
Describe for me how it feels right now.
It's the most exciting feeling in the world. I can't believe that we actually went all the way and won the championship.
And so the Garner-Hayfield football team brings home the 2A championship trophy, its first state title in school history. From the Unidome in Cedar Falls, I'm Todd Gerlman for Eyewitness Sports. All right, now let's go to the high school scoreboard. There you have the Garner-Hayfield score. And in Class 3A, Spencer, in a surprise, loses to West Delaware.
My name is Mark Copple. I play quarterback. My name is Matt Thompson. I play tight end and linebacker.
My name is Ryan Backey and I play fullback.
My name is Joe Schultz and I play halfback. My name is Jesse Ross. I play slot back. My name is Chad Schaefer. I play quarterback and defensive back.
My name is Jeff Roberts. I play center.
Hello, I'm David Schreiber and I play nose guard and center.
My name is Chad Shulman. I play defensive back and split end and slot back. My name is Kevin Hansen. I play the offensive tackle.
My name is Corey Johnson. I play defensive back and slot back.
I'm Matt Altmeyer and I play defensive tackle. I'm Mark Schreiber and I play fullback.
I'm Corey Powers and I play defensive tackle.
My name is Jason Halleck. I play outside linebacker. My name is Jason Evans. I play defensive end. My name is Jerry Pringlitz. I play nose guard. My name is Eric House. I play quick end.
My name is Tim Dorsey and I play defensive end.
My name is Jason Giesel. I play defensive end and quick guard. My name is Mike Nedved. I play defensive tackle. My name is Jeremy House. I play outside linebacker.
My name is Ben Ziegler. I play inside linebacker.
I'm Dan Eisenmeyer. I play quick tackle.
My name is Clint Weaver and I play power guard on the offensive line.
My name is Eric Kowalski and I played split end on offense.
My name is Chad Esseltine. I played center on offense.
My name is David Banky, and I play quarterback and defensive back.
My name is Matt Graham, and I played middle linebacker on defense.
My name is Nathan Julius, and I play split end.
My name is Rusty Schmidt, and I play tackle.
My name is Ronnie Dodgick, and I play split end.
I'm Jed Eamer, and I play halfback.
I'm Matt Graham. I played linebacker.
Matt Keener, play power end and cornerback.
I'm Coach Ian House. I coach the quarterbacks and defensive coordinator.
I'm Coach Leonard. I coach the Monsters and offensive backs.
I'm Coach Mathis. I coach the linebackers.
I'm Coach Hay. I coach the defensive ends and the offensive line.
I'm Coach Schumacher, head football coach at Garner-Hayfield High School, State 2A champs.